Hi, my name is Amy Conklin, and today I'm going to be doing Module 6 for my class EDL 850 School Law, and today we're going to discuss Internet Safety. For Internet Safety, I'm going to be going through the Children's Internet Protection Act, otherwise known as CIPA. I'm going to also, along with CIPA, talk about one of the amendments, which is Protecting Children in the 21st Century Act. And then I'm also going to discuss Children's Online Privacy Protection Rule, or COPPA. CIPA was enacted by Congress in 2000, and it went over certain protections that schools and libraries have to put in place when it comes to monitoring children on the internet. There's a connection to what's called the E-rate program. And for schools and libraries that follow all of the CIPA rules, they can receive discounts for certain communication services and products as part of the CIPA Act. The requirements of the CIPA Act include an internet filter that blocks access to obscene images, child pornography, or anything that might be harmful to minors. The second requirement of CIPA is that there has to be some kind of monitoring aspect when minors are on the computer. And the third aspect, which is due to the Protecting Children in the 21st Century Act, and this only relates to public schools, is the education piece. We have to show that we are educating minors about appropriate online behavior, which includes interacting with others online, as well as awareness around cyberbullying and our response to cyberbullying. Consequences for being in violation for CIPA for schools is that if they are found not in compliance, they may be required to repay some of the E-rate discounts that they have received in the past. And anyone looking at a school budget right now knows that there's no way they'd want to have to repay anything and keep their budget intact. COPPA, or otherwise known as Children's Online Privacy Protection Rule, was enacted by Congress in 1998 and became effective April 21, 2000. This imposes certain requirements on operators of websites or online services that are directed to children under the age of 13. The requirements that COPPA have placed upon these websites or online services are: 1, they have to post their privacy policy on the website. 2, they have to provide notice directly to the parents. 3, they have to get parental consent. 4, they have to allow parents to review the personal information that has been collected from the child. 5, they have to allow parents to revoke consent at any time, and if parents do choose to revoke consent, then all information that was gathered on the child has to be deleted. 6, there has to be a way to establish and maintain procedures to protect the confidentiality, security, and integrity of the information that they have collected from the child, the personal information. And the last requirement of COPPA is that children's participation, it can't be linked to the personal information that they're collecting, and any of the personal information they're collecting has to be reasonably necessary. So what are the consequences that a website or online service may get if they don't follow COPPA? The violations can result in law enforcement actions, including civil penalties, and they can be assessed $16,000 per violation. So let's examine now the board policies here at USD 343 Perry-LeCompton. In board policy, it states that the superintendent is expected to develop and implement a plan to ensure CIPA compliance. In the board policy then, here is the CIPA plan that was to ensure CIPA compliance. Here is the plan that USD 343 has put into place. 1, they had to provide one public hearing to discuss CIPA and how they were going to be in compliance. The second piece of the plan is to install blocks or internet filters to limit access by both minors and adults to child pornography or materials that are obscene, inappropriate, or harmful. Third, there has to be a monitoring of online activities of minors. 4, we had to address issues related to the safety of minors when using email, chat rooms, and other electronic communication. 5, there had to be there's some kind of method to hinder unauthorized access, such as hacking and other unlawful online activities by minors. And the last part of the SIPA plan for USD 343 is to prevent unauthorized disclosure of personal information regarding minors. Along with that plan, we do have counselor lessons that specifically go into cyberbullying, and they're different at different levels. We obviously start low level at the elementary and then pursue it a little harder in middle school and hit it really hard at high school. So each of the building counselors are responsible for lessons around cyberbullying. And then as far as internet safety goes, there are additional lessons that are put into place by the librarian to look at how students are maintaining their safety when on the internet. I do believe that the policies that USD 343 have put in place ensure that they are in compliance with SIPA, and they also have the requirements of looking at students' safety and educating them, as well as educating around cyberbullying. So at this moment, I do not see the need to change anything at USD 343. Thank you.